Hi, welcome back to Detailing World. In this video I'm going to be showing you how I do my winter contactless wash routine. So you may have seen a couple of weeks ago we did a video on 8 tips to detailing your vehicle during the winter, and one of the key points to come of that was basically minimal touching and doing as much of a contactless wash as possible. So yeah, obviously in the winter then it's going to be a lot colder, and not only that, you're going to have shorter days to get your detailing done. The roads are also going to be a lot dirtier than normal. There's going to be grit, salt, all that jazz all over the road as well, which is just going to end up on your car. So for me, the reason I do a contactless wash is to reduce the chances of inflicting any extra swirl marks, scratches, wash marring, anything like that if you can help it. I would probably give the vehicle a full contact wash, maybe once, twice during the winter months. But for the most part, it's just all about rinsing it and getting as much of the salt and grit and dirt off the vehicle without really inflicting any damage in the process. So the benefits of a contactless wash really is anyone can do it. This is no specialist tools you really need. The only thing I'm going to say is you're going to need a pressure washer. A hose pipe's just not going to have the power to blast a lot of the dirt off. Although it will do something, it's going to be better than nothing. So if that's all you've got, then absolutely fine. But yeah, really all I'm going to be doing on a contactless wash then is using a Marelix sprayer. So again, you don't necessarily need one of these. You can use a regular sprayer from the local hardware store. This one is a foaming spray, which I use my wheel cleaner in there. So we'll do an initial pre-rinse. We'll spray that over the wheels, and then in the arches, I'm going to be using an all-purpose cleaner. And this is just a regular kind of, pump sprayer. So nothing special about that. It's not foam or anything. I'm also going to have a larger sprayer. This is a 7-litre sprayer. So if you can get a 5 to 7-litre sprayer, then what I'm going to do is put shampoo in that mix. Normally I would use all-purpose cleaner, but this is the first wash. So I'm going to test shampoo out. So in there is 5 litres of water with a couple of squirts of the Carchem Super Suds as well, just to see how I get on with that. As I mentioned in the previous video, you would probably normally use an all-purpose cleaner, particularly on a really, really dirty car if it hasn't been washed or, rinsed for a few weeks. And then over that, again, one other piece of specialist equipment, I suppose, is a snow foam lance. So I'm going to put in here Auto Smart's Ultra Mousse, and that's going to be 500 ml of water to 50 ml of product. So yeah, this shouldn't take much longer than 30 minutes to an hour tops. It's going to take me a little longer because I'm obviously running around with the car. And also the beauty of this is you don't need many chemicals at all here. Just a wheel cleaner, a shampoo mix, and snow foam if possible. An all-purpose cleaner maybe, but other than that you don't need anything fancy and specialized, so anybody can do this. You don't necessarily have to be into detailing, so to speak. So yeah, before we get into this, if you do enjoy this video, smash that like button, and if you're not subscribed to this channel, please do consider subscribing as well. So let's dive into the video. So the first step then in a contactless winter wash then is to give the car a thorough rinse down, knock off as much as the loose dirt, debris, grit, leaves, traffic film, all of that stuff off there as you can. And if you can, try and get into the wheel arches as well. If you've got a short stubby gun like I have, you can get that in there. If not, and you're using a regular lance, you can buy wheel arch attachments which maybe have a 90 degree or a 135 degree bend on them to help you get into the arches a little bit easier. It also saves you having to bend down and break your back or nail in wet ground and snow and all of that stuff. So as with the regular detail then, the first thing you want to do is give the wheels a clean. So here I'm just going to be spraying over the Garage Therapy One Wheel Shampoo, and I'm using this in a foaming Maralex sprayer just to give it a little bit more grip and dwell time on the wheels. And then in the arches, use an all-purpose cleaner, again in any kind of pump spray that you've got, and here I'm using the Koch Chemie Green Star mixed at a 30:1 mixture. You can either do this one wheel at a time, as I've done on the front driver's wheel here, or you can go around and do all 4 wheels, soak them all, leave them to sit for a couple of minutes, and then go around one by one with the arch lance again, and just give them a thorough rinse down. If you can, try and get the lance into the spokes of the wheels, but be mindful of using high pressure and be careful of the wheel weights. The last thing you want to do is blow any wheel weights off and unbalance the wheels. So with the wheels done and thoroughly rinsed off then, we're now going to focus on the bodywork. So first of all, we're going to hit the entire car with either an all-purpose cleaner mix, or in this occasion I'm trying out a shampoo mix here. And again, if you can use a high pressure sprayer, that's absolutely great. I'm using a high capacity one here, like I say, it's a 7-litre one, and just spray that all over the car and then come back to that and blanket some snow foam over the top. And if you're using an all-purpose cleaner, that blanket of snow foam will help the all-purpose cleaner, the citrus pre-wash, to dwell again a little bit longer, eat into the traffic film that's on there, the grit and all of that stuff that you gather on the car. And yeah, it just helps with the cleaning ability on the next step. So whilst the snow foam is soaking away then, one optional step here, and this comes from Detail Cave on Instagram, is to go around the windows and the grills with your soft detailing brushes, just like you would on a regular contact wash. That's not something I will normally do, but it's something I probably will do in the future. But yeah, in this one I've not done it. But as I said, whilst it's soaking away, you can go around and do that, get the grit and everything from out of those grills and crevices. So after you've left the snow foam to dwell for a few minutes, this is where you're going to be doing most of the cleaning now. So yeah, get your pressure washer with the lance attachment on there and be really thorough about giving the car a thorough rinse. This is where the cleaning is done now. So just take your time, work top to bottom, just work, as I've always say, in a methodical manner. So get back into the arches, although you've cleaned them once, the snow foam's got in there, rinse it all out of there. And then focus, especially along the lower part of the car, on your side skirts, anything like that. Get all the grit, dirt out of there. At the end of the day, you don't want the grit sitting in there. The salt can cause rusting in the long term. So yeah, give it a thorough rinse. You'll probably spend more time rinsing now than you would do any other time of the year, really. here I'm just showing that the snow foam that we've used is wax friendly. It's not affected any durability of the ceramic wax that we've got on there. And currently on there is the Pyramid Car Care ceramic wax, which we have got some discount codes for us. I'll leave a link to the video in the top left. Now you can go and check that out and also grab the discount code from there. So an optional step after you've done this rinse is to go ahead and apply some spray on protection. So this can be in the form of something like Valet Pro Snow Seal or Auto Glimpse Polar Seal, which you apply through a snow foam lance, or a spray on rinse off kind of product. But again, this is something I'm not doing today in this video, but it is an optional step that you can do if you wish. And then finally, again, this one is pretty much an optional. You can just walk away after the final rinse. If you have got the option of using a car blower to dry the car, then yeah, by all means go around the car and use your car blower. You can also use 0 ppm water to rinse the large panels off as well, so the roof, the bonnet, the doors. That will help speed things up and also ensure that there's no water spotting left behind should the blow dryer miss anything. Right, so there we have it then. That's a nice, quick and easy detail that pretty much anyone can do with the basic detailing tool. So you're going to need at least a pressure washer to do a lot of this, because the pressure that it gives out is just going to help blast a lot of the dirt off. Other than that, really, it's just a case of going around with some spray bottles of all-purpose cleaner solution and obviously a snow foam lance as well. If you've not got a snow foam lance, again, you don't really have to worry too much. The all-purpose cleaner and then blast it off with a pressure washer should be good enough for you guys. That also applies to the Marilex foaming sprayer as well. So again, you don't necessarily need a foaming sprayer. You can have a wheel cleaner and then just leave that soak on the wheels for a few minutes, do its thing, and then blast that off. I just personally like the foam that you get from the Marilex sprayer with the Garage Therapy shampoo, because I know my wheels are quite looked after, they're clean and kept coated, so yeah, it doesn't take much to get them clean anyway. But yeah, if you've not got one of them, you can just spray on your regular wheel cleaner, leave that for a couple of minutes, and then rinse that off. Jobs are good. And then, as I say, you would then go around all the lowers or even the full car, apply your all-purpose cleaner. Or in my case, I tested the shampoo mix today, which did work quite well, to be fair. But on a more dirty car, say in the middle of December, January, and the roads are really bad, you probably are going to want to use an all-purpose cleaner. Mix it around about 4:1, depending on what brand and what product you're using. Again, you don't really need any specialist bottles to do that either. And then once all that is done, it's just blanket the car with snow foam. Once again, if you're just getting into detailing, this is quite optional. The all-purpose cleaner alone will probably remove most of the dirt. The blanket of snow foam just gives it a little bit more dwell time. And yeah, it's a habit after about 15 years of doing this. I always snow foam my car, so yeah, I do that regardless, really. After that, just rinse it all off again with the pressure washer, and at that stage then you can pretty much just walk away. Obviously, I tried drying the car with the blow dry, but I know not everybody has access to that. If you've got access to 0 ppm water, which I know is another kind of a luxury, I'd probably rinse the car down first. I just didn't have time, so I really was trying to hammer this one out and get it done in under an hour. It took me about an hour and a half, in fact. But yeah, what I would probably do in future washes is use some 0 ppm water, rinse that down, which will then kind of dry the panels itself, and then just use the blow dryer to dry out the grills and all the other water traps. But yeah, if you've not got those options, don't worry about it. Just walk away at that point and then just leave it. If you do get any water spotting, we'll be doing a spring cleaning video called March, April time, and we'll show you how to deal with that then. Right, so there we have it, and that's a nice, easy way of cleaning your car in the winter without being out in the cold far too long, and also without inflicting any scratches or swirl marks or wash marring, anything like that. Just literally contactless wash the whole way. Jobs are good. If you've not seen the 8 winter detailing tips video, I'll put a link to that up there now. I'll also put the link in the description and at the end of this video as well. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you smash that like button. And if you're not subscribed already, please do consider subscribing as well. It doesn't cost you a thing and it really does help us out. Also check us out on Instagram at Detailing World Official, and for the behind the scenes and all of that good stuff, you can check me out on there as Randomly Set. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. We've got a lot more in the back catalogue and we've got lots planned for the rest of this year and also for 2021. And we'll see you in the next one.